The life and fall of O.J. Simpson. Welcome to True Crime Watch, your one-stop destination for in-depth explorations of the most captivating and complex criminal cases in American history. Here, we delve into the lives of those involved, the motives behind the crimes, and the lasting impact on society. Today, we embark on a journey through the controversial and tragic life of O.J. Simpson. From his rise to athletic superstardom, to his fall from grace in a sensationalized murder trial, O.J.'s story is a captivating yet cautionary tale. So, buckle up, true crime watchers, as we chronicle the life and legacy of Untold James Simpson. Chapter 1. From ghetto roots to football. James Simpson, better known as O.J., was born on July 9, 1947, in San Francisco, California. His childhood was marked by both hardship and glimmers of athletic potential. O.J.'s father, Jimmy Lee, a chef, abandoned the family when O.J. was just 5 years old. His mother, Eunice, a hard-working hospital administrator, struggled to raise O.J. in the city's Potrero Hill neighborhood, a low-income, predominantly black community. Young O.J. faced the realities of poverty and inner-city life. He contracted rickets, a vitamin D deficiency that caused leg deformities, forcing him to wear braces for several years. Despite these challenges, O.J. displayed exceptional athletic talent early on. Excelling in basketball and baseball, O.J. found solace and a sense of belonging on the playing field. In 1955, tragedy struck when O.J.'s beloved friend and teammate, Alfred Beasley, was accidentally shot and killed. This event deeply affected O.J., shaping his future choices. O.J.'s athletic prowess caught the attention of a local youth counselor, Willie Mays, a namesake of the legendary baseball player. Mays became a mentor, encouraging O.J. to focus on academics and football, a sport O.J. initially showed less interest in. Mays' guidance proved pivotal. O.J. transferred to a predominantly white high school, Galileo High, where he excelled on the football field. His size, speed, and agility on the gridiron were undeniable. Colleges across the nation began taking notice. In 1964, O.J. received a football scholarship to the prestigious University of Southern California, USC. Entering a predominantly white institution, O.J. navigated a new social landscape while continuing to excel on the field. In 1967, O.J. became the first African-American running back to win the Heisman Trophy, the most prestigious individual award in college football. He led USC to a national championship and solidified his status as a rising star. With his athletic accomplishments, O.J. transcended racial boundaries and became a national icon. He was seen as a symbol of hope and opportunity, a young black man achieving greatness in a predominantly white sport. O.J.'s athletic prowess wasn't limited to just football. He also participated in track and field, setting a world record in the 440-yard relay with his USC teammates. His speed and agility made him a versatile and electrifying athlete. Academically, O.J. faced challenges. While his athletic talent provided him with opportunities, his studies took a back seat. With the help of tutors and advisors, he managed to maintain academic eligibility while focusing on football. The 1967 NFL Draft was a momentous occasion for O.J. He was the first overall pick, selected by the Buffalo Bills, a struggling team in desperate need of a game-changer. O.J.'s arrival in Buffalo raised hopes for the franchise and ignited excitement among fans. Despite facing racism from some white fans and teammates, O.J. persevered on the field. He quickly established himself as a dominant force in the NFL. His electrifying running style, nicknamed Juice, enthralled audiences and earned him legions of fans. O.J.'s charisma and outgoing personality extended beyond the football field. He became a sought-after celebrity, appearing on television shows and commercials. His charm and athletic achievements made him a crossover star, appealing to audiences across racial and social divides. In 1967, O.J. met Marguerite Whitley, a young woman studying sociology at Berkeley. They married in 1968, and O.J. became a father to their 3 children, Arnell, Jason, and Denise. While O.J. projected a happy family image, cracks began to show in his personal life. Despite his on-field success, the Buffalo Bills struggled to achieve consistent winning seasons. This led to frustration for both O.J. and the fans. His relationship with Marguerite also became strained, with rumors of infidelity and arguments surfacing. In 1977, after 9 seasons with the Buffalo Bills, O.J. was traded to the San Francisco 49ers, his hometown team. This move marked a turning point in both his professional and personal life. Chapter 2: West Coast Glory and Shifting Tides. Returning to his hometown in 1977, O.J. Simpson joined the San Francisco 49ers, a team with Super Bowl aspirations. This homecoming marked a new chapter in his career, fueled by excitement and a chance to bring a championship to his city. O.J. thrived with the 49ers, his electrifying running style perfectly complementing the team's offensive strategy. He formed a dynamic partnership with quarterback Joe Montana, and the 49ers emerged as a dominant force in the NFL. In 1979, after 2 thrilling seasons, the San Francisco 49ers reached the Super Bowl. Despite O.J.'s impressive performance, the team fell short, losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers. This defeat, however, didn't diminish O.J.'s legacy. He had solidified his place as one of the greatest running backs in NFL history. Meanwhile, O.J.'s personal life continued to be a source of turmoil. His marriage to Marguerite faced increasing strain, culminating in a tumultuous divorce in 1979, the same year he retired from football. The divorce proceedings were public and acrimonious, with allegations of infidelity and domestic violence surfacing. Despite these challenges, O.J. set his sights on a new career: Hollywood. His charisma and athletic fame opened doors in the entertainment industry. He landed roles in television shows and commercials, capitalizing on his public image as a likable and successful athlete. O.J.'s transition to acting wasn't always smooth. He faced criticism for his lack of experience and typecasting. However, some of his roles, like Detective Nordberg in the Naked Gun movie series, showcased his comedic timing and established him as a familiar face in pop culture. In the early 1980s, O.J. began a relationship with Nicole Brown, a young woman working in the fashion industry. They married in 1985, and their seemingly idyllic union generated significant media attention. O.J.'s fame and Nicole's beauty made them a glamorous couple, constantly under the public eye. However, behind the facade of a happy marriage, cracks began to appear. Reports of domestic violence and arguments emerged, raising concerns about the couple's volatile relationship. Despite attempts to maintain a positive public image, the seeds of future tragedy were being sown. O.J. also faced financial difficulties during this period. His lucrative NFL career was behind him, and his acting career plateaued. He invested in various ventures, some successful, others not, leading to financial instability. As the 1980s progressed, O.J.'s life became a complex tapestry of professional aspirations, personal turmoil, and financial uncertainties. The charismatic athlete who once transcended racial boundaries now faced a more challenging reality. O.J.'s foray into acting wasn't solely focused on comedic roles. He also pursued more serious projects, attempting to showcase his dramatic potential. One such project was the 1977 miniseries Roots, which explored the history of slavery in America. His role in Roots carried deeper meaning for O.J. As a prominent black athlete, he saw himself as a symbol of black achievement. However, navigating Hollywood, a predominantly white industry, presented its own set of challenges. Despite his celebrity status, O.J. wasn't immune to racial prejudice. He often found himself offered stereotypical roles or passed over for more nuanced opportunities. This frustration, coupled with the pressures of maintaining his public image, added to the complexities of his life. O.J.'s relationship with Nicole Brown had its moments of joy. They had 2 children together, Sydney and Justin. Photos of the family often depicted a picture of domestic bliss. However, these images masked a much darker reality. Reports of domestic violence began to surface in the late 1980s. Nicole filed a police report alleging domestic abuse by O.J. in 1989. Despite this incident, they attempted to reconcile, seeking counseling and publicly presenting a united front. O.J.'s financial situation also became increasingly precarious. His investments yielded mixed results, and his lucrative endorsement deals started to dwindle. He began working as a sports commentator, a career that would continue to play a role in his life after football. As the 1990s dawned, O.J. Simpson found himself at a crossroads. His athletic career was over, his acting career had stalled, and his personal life remained tumultuous. The charismatic figure who once captivated audiences now faced a future filled with uncertainty and growing legal troubles. In 1992, Nicole Brown filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. This marked a turning point in O.J.'s life, setting the stage for a series of events that would culminate in a shocking crime and a sensationalized trial that would transfix the nation. Chapter 3: A Looming Shadow. The once celebrated union of O.J. and Nicole crumbled in 1992, ending in a bitter divorce. Nicole, yearning for independence, filed for separation, citing irreconcilable differences. However, for O.J., the separation wasn't an acceptance of reality, but the beginning of a disturbing obsession. Refusing to accept the end, O.J. embarked on a path of stalking and harassment. Reports emerged of him following Nicole relentlessly, showing up uninvited at her home and social gatherings. Nicole's life became consumed by fear, a constant shadow following her every move. Documented evidence, through numerous 911 calls, revealed a chilling pattern of intimidation. One disturbing call described O.J. bursting into her home, creating a scene, and refusing to leave.
911 emergency.
Can you get someone over here now to 325 Gretna Green? He's back. Please.
Well, okay, what does he look like?
He's O.J. Simpson. I think you know his record. Could you just send somebody over here?
Okay, what is he doing there?
He just drove up again.
He just drove
somebody
up.
over?
Okay, wait a minute. What kind of car is he in?
He's in a white Bronco, but first of all, he broke the back door down to get in.
Okay, wait a minute. What's your name?
Nicole Simpson.
Okay, is he the sportscaster or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
Wait a minute. We're sending the police. What is he doing? Is he threatening you?
I'm going nuts.
Okay, has he threatened you in any way, or is he just harassing you?
You're going to hear him in a minute. He's about to come in again.
Okay, just stay on the line.
I don't want to stay on the line. He's going to beat the shit.
Wait a minute. Wait, just stay on the line so we can know what's going on until the police get there, okay? Okay, Nicole?
Uh-huh.
Just a moment. Does he have any weapons?
I don't know.
Okay.
He went home, and now he's back. The
Okay.
kids are upstairs sleeping, and I don't want anything to happen.
Okay. Has he hit you today or no?
No.
Okay, you don't need any paramedics or anything? Okay. You just want him to
Closed
leave.
my door. He broke the whole back door in.
And then he left and he came back?
Then he came, and he practically knocked my upstairs door down, but he pounded it, and then he screamed and hollered, and I tried to get him out of the bedroom because the kids were sleeping in there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then he wanted somebody's phone number, and I gave him my phone book and put my phone book down to write down the phone number that he wanted, and then he took my phone book with all my stuff in it.
The dispatch.
What?
What does he say?
What else?
Units, your domestic violence at 30 Correction 325 South Gretna Greenway is still too high. The suspect is now entered in the jailhouse and it is refusing to leave. It's code too high. It's been 4221 already 825 children involved. Just stay on the line, okay? Is he upset with something that you did?
Oh, a long time ago, it always comes back.
O.J.'s possessiveness wasn't just verbal, it took on a more unsettling form. According to some accounts, he took his obsession to a terrifying extreme. Claims surfaced that O.J. once watched Nicole through a window of her home as she spent time with a potential new boyfriend. The next day, he allegedly confronted Nicole, recounting the details he had witnessed, a blatant violation of her privacy and a disturbing display of his controlling nature. This wasn't an isolated incident. Another documented encounter involved Nicole meeting her friend, Ron Goldman, for dinner. O.J., reportedly fueled by possessiveness, approached their table later, creating an uncomfortable atmosphere. This wasn't just a coincidence, it was a calculated move to assert dominance over Nicole's social interactions. Despite the constant harassment, Nicole attempted to move on with her life. she reconnected with friends, seeking solace and a sense of normalcy. One evening, Nicole and Ron met for dinner, unaware that their movements were allegedly being observed by O.J. However, this observation, coupled with his documented stalking behavior, further highlights his need to control Nicole's life. The following day, a distraught Nicole may have contacted the police. Details concerning this specific call remain unclear. However, there's strong evidence of numerous prior calls where she reported O.J.'s obsessive behavior and her fear for her safety. These documented incidents paint a picture of a woman trapped in a web of fear and a man consumed by possessiveness. Tragically, these disturbing events culminated in the horrific murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman on June 12, 1994. The brutal discovery would send shockwaves through the nation and thrust O.J. Simpson into the center of a sensationalized murder trial. Chapter 4: A Night That Shook the Nation. June 12, 1994, dawned like any other day in Los Angeles. However, the tranquility of the morning would be shattered by a gruesome discovery. At Nicole Brown Simpson's condominium, the lifeless bodies of Nicole and her friend Ron Goldman were found brutally murdered. The news of the double homicide spread like wildfire, igniting a media frenzy. The celebrity status of O.J. Simpson, Nicole's ex-husband, instantly made him the prime suspect in the public eye. Police arrived at the scene, finding a bloody crime scene and a trail of evidence, including a bloody glove outside Nicole's home. Despite initial cooperation, O.J. Simpson's behavior raised red flags for investigators. He failed to show up for a scheduled flight, prompting a low-speed chase through Los Angeles freeways that was broadcasted live on television, captivating a national audience. The chase ended at O.J.'s estate, where he was taken into custody. The media frenzy surrounding the case was unprecedented.
I found 49 cameramen, 25 anchors, 20 producers I could see, but a lot of them were inside a truck.
The celebrity gossip rags and major news outlets saturated the airwaves with 24/7 coverage, dissecting every detail of O.J.'s life and scrutinizing his relationship with Nicole. Racial tensions simmered beneath the surface as the predominantly white legal system prepared to prosecute a black celebrity. O.J. assembled a dream team of high-powered defense attorneys led by Johnny Cochran and Robert Shapiro. The prosecution, led by Marsha Clark and Christopher Darden, faced an uphill battle against a charismatic celebrity and a formidable legal team. The gruesome discovery at Nicole Brown Simpson's condominium sent shockwaves through Los Angeles. Police swarmed the scene, meticulously examining the brutal crime scene for evidence. The initial investigation revealed a trail of disturbing clues pointing towards O.J. Simpson. A bloody glove, later identified as its mate found at O.J.'s estate, was discovered near Nicole's body. This single glove, coupled with a bloodstain on O.J.'s sock, became a cornerstone of the prosecution's case. Forensic analysis revealed that the blood on both the glove and sock matched Nicole's blood type. Adding to the incriminating evidence, investigators found a blood-stained knit cap near the crime scene. Hair analysis revealed that some of the hairs found on the cap matched O.J.'s hair type. Furthermore, shoe prints discovered at the scene were determined to be consistent with the size and brand of shoes O.J. was known to wear. The investigation extended to O.J.'s white Ford Bronco. A closer examination revealed a trail of bloodstains inside the vehicle. The blood belonged to 3 individuals: Nicole, Ron Goldman, and O.J. himself. These findings further implicated O.J. in the murders, raising questions about his possible role in the crime. Perhaps the most damning piece of evidence emerged from O.J.'s own home. A thorough search revealed bloodstains at his residence, further tying him to the crime scene. The prosecution would later argue that these stains were the result of O.J. transferring blood evidence from the crime scene to his home after committing the murders. Meanwhile, a crucial piece of information emerged from O.J.'s estate. Kato Kalin, a friend residing in O.J.'s guest house, reported hearing unusual noises coming from behind his room during the night of the murders.
All right, you indicated that you placed a phone call to Rachel Ferrara at about 10:10 p.m.
Yes.
And then during that phone call, you were seated on the bed with your back up against that headboard.
Yes.
During that phone call, sir, did something unusual occur?
Yes.
And what was that?
I heard a thumping noise.
How many thumps did you hear?
Objection.
Overruled.
Yes.
3.
Can you demonstrate for us how loud it was?
Somewhat, yes.
Go ahead.
Here.
Yeah, go ahead. And where did that noise seem to be coming from?
From the back of the wall.
From behind you, where you were sitting?
Right, from behind the wall, from where I was sitting.
He went to investigate and saw a black limousine parked outside the property for an extended period. Approaching the vehicle, Kalin inquired about OJ from the driver, who said he wasn't picking up his calls and must be overslept. When OJ finally emerged, Kalin mentioned the noises he had heard. OJ appeared normal, but seemed in a hurry to catch a flight. Kalin assisted OJ with loading his luggage into the trunk of his car. He also noticed another bag near OJ's Bentley and offered to help carry it, but OJ insisted on taking it himself. OJ then got into the waiting limousine and departed for his flight. Another crucial detail emerged on the morning of the murders. Nicole's dog, known for its friendly demeanor, was found unusually agitated and distraught. The dog eventually led a passerby to the crime scene, where the gruesome discovery was made. The combination of physical evidence, witness testimonies, and a trail of blood linking the crime scene to O.J. Simpson's vehicle and residence painted a disturbing picture. The nation watched with bated breath as the investigation unfolded, and the media frenzy surrounding the case reached a fever pitch. Chapter 5. A Nation on Trial. The brutal murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman ignited a firestorm of media attention and public scrutiny. With O.J. Simpson, the once celebrated football star, as the prime suspect, the case quickly transcended a local crime story and became a national obsession. The prosecution, led by Marcia Clark and Christopher Darden, faced a daunting task. The Dream Team, a formidable legal defense team assembled by O.J., included Johnny Cochran and Robert Shapiro. These legal heavyweights promised an aggressive defense, challenging the physical evidence and raising questions about police conduct. The trial began in 1995, and for months, it dominated the news cycle. Every detail of O.J.'s life and relationship with Nicole was dissected and debated in court and on national television. The prosecution meticulously presented their case, highlighting the blood evidence, witness testimonies like Kato Kalin's, and O.J.'s erratic behavior following the murders. However, the defense strategically countered each piece of evidence. They pointed out lapses in the investigation, questioning the handling of the crime scene and the validity of the bloodstain analysis. The Dream Team also employed a powerful tactic, the race card.
I was thinking last night about this case and their theory and how it didn't make any sense and how it didn't fit and how something is wrong. It occurred to me how they were going to come here and stand up here and tell you how O.J. Simpson was going to disguise himself. Was going to put on a knit cap and some dark clothes, and he was going to get in his white Bronco and this recognizable person and go over and kill his wife. That's what they want you to believe. That's how silly their argument is. And I said to myself, maybe I can demonstrate this graphically. Let me show you something. This is a knit cap. I'm going to put this knit cap on. And you've been seeing me for a year. If I put this knit cap on, who am I? I'm still Johnny Cochran with a knit cap. And if you look at O.J. Simpson over there, and he has a rather large head, O.J. Simpson in a knit cap from 2 blocks away is still O.J. Simpson. It's no disguise. It's no disguise. It makes no sense. It doesn't fit. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit. It reminded me that there was testimony early on that Detective Lang had refused basically to pick up a knit cap inside the Brown residence. That was shown to him, I think, by some of the lawyers and one of the investigators on that date. I guess these are fairly common. But they don't really disguise anybody who's noticeable, do they? And although I was the guinea pig here this afternoon, if you were to put a knit cap on, how's that going to disguise you? We've been together. I'd know your face anywhere now. and you know mine. And the people in Brentwood, in West Los Angeles, would know O.J. Simpson. They know his car. They know him. That's where he lives. Even the prosecutors say he's so famous that he can't go anywhere where he wouldn't be recognized.
They argued that O.J. was being framed by a racist police department.
Say on your oath that you have not addressed any black person as a nigger or spoken about black people as niggers in the past 10 years, Detective Furman.
That's what I'm saying, sir.
Anything out of a nigger's mouth for the first 5 or 6 sentences is a f***ing lie.
Vulgar.
And Weinstein said a little fight for Jew, called her the wandering Jew. The plowboy said a big nose.
Sexist.
How do you arrest a violent suspect? I yell out, have a man do it.
Disturbing.
You've got to be a borderline sociopath. You've got to be violent.
Violent.
5 years ago, I would have just spun around and choked him out. I would have kept choking him out until he told me the truth. Obviously, he's lying the first 2 times he goes out, so after that, you usually get the truth. It's called the 77th lie detector test. So, if you use that, you get a lot of laughs from a lot of policemen.
What, the 77th lie detector?
Yeah. Like in the locker room. A bunch of policemen, like some new kid, you know, goes, why don't you give him a 77th lie detector test? You know, and just everybody, a bunch of guys will laugh, old timers, you know.
Appealing to a predominantly African-American jury pool and injecting racial tension into the trial. The nation watched as the legal battle unfolded. The public became divided along racial lines, with many African Americans believing O.J. was innocent and the victim of a corrupt justice system. Conversely, many white Americans viewed him as guilty and felt a sense of betrayal from the fallen sports hero. In a shocking turn of events, the prosecution made a critical blunder. During the trial, it was revealed that a Los Angeles Police Department detective, Mark Fuhrman, had a history of making racist remarks. The defense capitalized on this revelation, casting doubt on the credibility of the entire investigation and raising concerns about potential police tampering with evidence. The trial stretched on for months, captivating the nation's attention. The jury deliberated for a little less than 4 hours, leaving everyone on edge. Finally, in October 1995, the verdict was delivered. Tension hung thick in the air on October 3, 1995, as the jury in the O.J. Simpson murder trial emerged after a brief deliberation. Millions watched with bated breath as the verdict was read. Not guilty on all counts.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Untold James Simpson, not guilty of the crime of murder.
The decision sent shockwaves across the nation. Celebrations erupted in predominantly African American communities who saw the verdict as a victory against a flawed justice system. Conversely, widespread outrage and disbelief gripped white America, who believed O.J. had gotten away with murder. The trial's outcome exposed deep racial divides within American society. The Dream Team's strategy of playing the race card had resonated with many, while others saw it as a cynical tactic that undermined the legal process. O.J. walked free, but the case left a lasting legacy. The media frenzy surrounding the trial forever changed the landscape of criminal justice, with every detail scrutinized and debated on television. The acquittal also sparked a national conversation about race relations, police brutality, and the fairness of the American legal system. However, the story doesn't end there. O.J.'s civil trial in 1997 found him liable for the deaths of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman, awarding a staggering $33.5 million in financial compensation to their families. Despite the civil verdict, O.J. never fully paid this judgment. He maintained his innocence and appealed the decision. Chapter 6. A Life in Limbo. Despite the not guilty verdict in the criminal trial, the civil case in 1997 painted a different picture. A jury found O.J. Simpson liable for the wrongful deaths of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman, awarding the families a combined $33.5 million in damages. However, this victory wouldn't translate into immediate financial restitution for the victims' families. O.J. never fully accepted the civil judgment. He maintained his innocence and appealed the decision, launching a long and expensive legal battle. This left the Goldman and Brown families struggling to collect the awarded compensation. Public perception of O.J. remained divided. While some remained sympathetic, others viewed him as a celebrity who had gotten away with murder. His endorsement deals dried up, and opportunities in the sports broadcasting world vanished. O.J. retreated from the public eye, living a relatively secluded life in Florida. In 2007, a bizarre episode shattered his quiet life. O.J. led an armed robbery at a Las Vegas sports memorabilia store, attempting to reclaim what he claimed were stolen personal items. This incident resulted in a separate trial and a lengthy prison sentence. O.J. spent 9 years behind bars, reflecting on his past and the decisions that led him down this path. In 2017, he was granted parole and released from prison. He returned to a changed world, one where his name remained synonymous with controversy. Now in his late 70s, O.J. Simpson continues to live a quiet life, primarily out of the public eye. He maintains his innocence in the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. The civil judgment against him remains unpaid, a constant reminder of the families he left behind. The legacy of the O.J. Simpson case is complex and multifaceted. It exposed racial tensions in America, redefined celebrity justice in the media age, and raised questions about the fairness of the legal system. While the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman remain unsolved, the case serves as a stark reminder of the tragic consequences of domestic violence and the enduring power of controversy in the public eye. Chapter 7: A New Life Cut Short, 2017 to 2024. In July 2017, O.J. Simpson was granted parole after serving nearly 9 years in prison. Initially, it was believed he would move to Florida, but he ultimately settled in Las Vegas, Nevada. Settling in Sin City. While Simpson wasn't welcomed at all casinos due to the controversy surrounding him, he became a familiar sight at other Las Vegas events. He attended celebrity gatherings, show openings, and even the opening of the Las Vegas ballpark in 2019. He frequented popular restaurants near his Summerlin home, enjoying a life of relative normalcy. A life beyond the headlines. Despite his public appearances, Simpson also had a quieter side. He could be seen shopping in his neighborhood, visiting local farmers markets, and spending time with his children, who occasionally visited him from Florida. A settlement with the Cosmopolitan allowed him entry into that specific casino, but most others remained off-limits. Facing mortality. In May 2023, Simpson's life took an unexpected turn when he was diagnosed with cancer. He began chemotherapy and expressed optimism about overcoming the illness. Public reports in February 2024 confirmed he was battling prostate cancer. Just a week and a half before his death, he cancelled a scheduled appearance due to ill health. Final days and a legacy left unwritten. In his final days, Simpson was surrounded by his children. He passed away from cancer on April 10, 2024, at the age of 76. His death sparked mixed reactions. While some remembered his football achievements, others focused on the unresolved legal issues that had overshadowed his life for decades. The NFL issued a brief statement, and none of his former teams offered public condolences. The Goldman family, whose relatives were murdered in the case Simpson was acquitted of, expressed hope for true accountability. O.J. Simpson was cremated, and his estate refused requests to study his brain for signs of chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE. Legal battles ensued regarding the distribution of his assets, but ultimately the estate was settled. There were no plans for a public memorial service. O.J. Simpson's story remains a complex one, with his athletic feats forever intertwined with the legal controversies that defined his later years. Share your thoughts on O.J. Simpson's life and career using #OJLegacy. Did he deserve a second chance?